the decimals, which were what one? Down here. Here we go. Let me show you how to knock out negative 2.4. All right, and again, remember, this is what I'm talking to some of you about your mental math. All right. Now, we want to write this in standard form. So you're not allowed to have decimals. So I would want you to know that 24 over 10, right? 2.4 is 24 over 10. And then we reduce that to what? 12 over 5, right? I think you can do that mentally. I would hope you can, right? 2.4, the same as 24 over 10, which is the same as 12 over 5. Is everybody okay with that? Right? So I think it's easier to start off by changing it to a fraction. So it'd be y minus 3 equals negative 12 over 5 times x minus 5. So in standard form, you're not allowed to have fractions, correct? Hayes, you with me? All right. Multiply both sides by 5. Please pay attention, and if you're lost, tell me. So I end up with 5y minus 15 equals negative 12x plus 60. What? That's a good question. See this right here? What's that? Well, hold on. You can't see the highlight. What's that? So I'm distributing a negative 12. Remember yesterday we talked about multiply both sides by 5? Then that 5 would cancel. All right, good. Very good. Right, everybody okay with that? And now we want the x and y on the same side, right? So it'd be 12x plus 5y equals 75. Maxine? Come on now, you know, Maxine, I can't help you unless you say something and speak up. No more excuses. You're too smart.
Why would it be 75 because it's negative 15?
Okay, so now remember, here's what I'm trying to do to your brain, right? I'm trying to train
you
you.
Put it to the other side so it goes positive.
There you go, man. That's it. That's exactly right. When you move it, you change the sign. When you move it, you change the sign. Once you get that figured out, it'll be easier to add and do the subtraction. You'll be able to do the mental math better. All right? Now, just to make sure, I'm going to handle this fraction over here. Now, 2.5, everybody should just notice is what? You should know 2.5 is 5 over 2, right? That's not a big deal now, right? Okay, so I'm not going to do this problem over. We're just going to look at it. All right, so the first thing I did was I changed 2.5 to 5 over 2. Is everybody happy with that? Now, what do I have to do to both sides? And distribute a 5. Good. When I multiply by 2, does everybody see 2y minus 8? Does everybody see 5x plus 15? Right, and I want the x to stay positive, right? So if I want the x to stay positive, I move the 2y over, and I move the what? 15 over. And when I do that, the 15 becomes what? The 15 becomes negative, and the 2y becomes what? Positive. No, wait a minute. It was negative. I knew I should have trusted you. 5x minus 2y. Yes. I multiplied. Look. So here's what I want to show. I'm going to erase this now. You with me? I'm going to erase this right here. Right? Now I'm going to show you something. Watch carefully. You see this divided by 2? I came over here and did what? Shh. Multiplied by 2. You with me? And then now what do I do with the 5? There you go. Come on, guys. Keep asking. I don't mind if you're concentrating. I don't mind. All right?
So before you erase everything, you wrote it as 2y as negative, and then the equation.
Well, I can go back and show you what I did. So here we go. Hold on. Shh. Just let me go back to the beginning. So wasn't the 2y over here on the left? positive. So if I move it, it becomes correct. Right now, I'm not telling. Don't say yes if you don't believe me. If you're not sure, that's the problem. All right. Only agree if you know what I'm saying. Right? Then you understand it, because the rest of us going, it's easy. All right, Maxine.
For the 5 halves, why did you just move it to 2? Why didn't you multiply that into
Okay, so that's a good question, Maxine. So I appreciate that question. Watch this. If I multiply by the reciprocal, the 5 over 2 cancels out over here, right? But now, if I multiply by 5 over 2, I still have a what? Am I allowed to have fractions? Now do you know why? What?
So how come when you turned it into a fraction and you got 5 over 2? Like, how'd you get that?
I didn't do that. I didn't get 5 over 2. She got the reciprocal. She said the reciprocal.
No, but I mean, like, wouldn't it be 5 over 2.5 or something?
So all I did was I made 2.5 5 halves, and then I multiplied by the reciprocal, which was 2/5. Did I put 5 halves over there? It's 2 over 5.
Oh, 2 over 5?
Yeah, because that would be the reciprocal, right?
Yeah.
But what's the problem with that?
No, like I just don't understand how you got 5 over 2, turning the decimal into a fraction.
Oh, okay. So listen, you should know if you have $2.50, that's the same as $5 divided by 2.
Oh, you just do it like that?
Or you could say it's 25 over 10 and then reduce it.
Oh, yeah.
But I want you to see 2.5 as that's just 5 over 2.
Okay.
You with me?
Yeah,
You may not see that. So if you don't see it,
I like to kind of understand.
it's 25 over 10, right?
Yeah.
And then reduce it.
And you reduce it to
5 over 2.
Right.
Right?
Well, if we put negative 23 equals 5x minus 2y, does it have to be?
Yeah, we just say traditionally we write it as what? This format. All right? It's not that it's wrong. It's like if you put the y in front of the x. It's technically not wrong. It's just they don't write it that way. All right? The constant is first. The constant is last. The x and y first. You with me now? All right, guys. Here we go. Load up the review. Lots and lots. How many did I put down here? Yeah, 35. And I'll have more tomorrow if you need it. I don't think you'll need it, though. All right, so please, let's go through it. I will probably, let's do the odds with you guys. And then next class, I'll do the evens. And hopefully, it'll be all done by the end of the day. And that way, tomorrow, all you're going to do is what? Study and review and do it again. All right, nothing is going to be any different, I promise you. Nothing. It's going to be exactly the same. Question number 1 is going to be the same, except M and B are going to be changed. Nothing is different. You have to know how to do it. All right? So here we go. Now, it says here what? Slope-intercept form. So right off the bat, you write y equals mx plus b. Everybody with me on that?
Why wouldn't it be the one we did yesterday?
That was point slope. All right. So now I have m equals -3 and b equals 4. How simple is that, guys? That's the answer. That's why we're confused. For people who say this is so hard. Maxine, you're looking for M and you're looking for B. It tells you what M is and it tells you what B is. So you just plug it in. That's it. That's how simple. All right. Now, I am going to go ahead and do 1, 2, 3, 4 because I just think they're important. Okay, they've got a different type of problem for each one, and I want to go ahead and knock it out. All right. Now, I have here a what? A point and a slope. Does everybody see this? So it would have been nice if they'd have said put it in what? Point slope form. Right? Does everybody see that? So it's the one we did yesterday. So we're going to put it in point slope form first, and then we're just going to change it into what? Y equals mx plus b. All All right, listen to me, because again, I don't know where the confusion is. All right, there's a what? Point and a slope, so we should use point slope, right? And the point slope form was y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1, right? And again, that is just the slope formula, Connor, right? That's just the slope formula. Do you agree? Okay. So here we go. So it would be y minus 4 equals 2/3 times
X plus
plus. Very good. Now, if you got that, you're in, honestly, you're in pretty good shape. If you know that, you're honestly in pretty good shape. All right. Now, it's not in the right format because I got to solve it for y, right? So I have to distribute the 2/3. Everybody okay with that? So now let's practice our fractions. Y minus 4 equals 2/3 x. So what's 2 times 6?
12.
Divided by 3? 4. So it is 2/3 x plus 4. Now, if you don't like that, you can go 6 divided by 3, which is what? 2, and then 2 times 2, which is what? 4. What? And it's totally okay. Listen to me. I don't even care if I have to show you how to add and subtract fractions. I really don't. I'm frustrated if you don't ask me. That's what I get mad at. All right?
Could you just like re-explain how you got
Yeah.
Well, okay. 2/3 times 6, right? Let's say I'm clueless. I can make it 6/1. You see what I'm trying to show you, right? And I'm not trying to be funny. I'm simply trying to say, I'm trying to teach you how, if you don't know something, how to figure things out. Because I'm not expecting you to remember everything. I'm expecting you to say, hey, I know I can do it. I just got to figure it out. So is everybody with me on that?
Yeah.
So one way to do it is just to say 2 times 6 is 12, 3 times 1 is 3, and 12 divided by 3 is 4. Or you can just say 2 times 6 is 12 divided by 3 is still 4. Or you can do the division first because the numbers are easier when you divide first. All right, quick.
I don't understand how you got this.
Because it's a minus 6 up here. So it's x minus negative 6.
I don't understand why you put the 6 in the fraction.
I'm multiplying 2/3 times 6. I'm distributing the 2/3. What? Come on.
I think I got it. Okay. So why did you distribute when you could have like multiplied by the denominator? Yeah.
Okay, guys. Now listen. Now it's a very good question. Because I'm not putting it in standard form.
Okay, so you only
Right. I'm right. I'm putting it in y equals. I'm
Okay.
trying to solve for y. So the final step here is to do what? Add 4. And now I have y equals 2/3 x plus 8. I really appreciate your questions. Those are very good questions. If I was doing standard form, I'd multiply through by 3. That's where it just requires practice. That's where it just requires practice. And you have to understand the directions. All right, lots of questions. Maxine, good.
So where it says like y minus 4 equals 2/3 x is why would the 2/3? Why is the 2/3?
2/3 times 1, Maxine, is what? What? Come on.
Oh, okay, so you got 8 by adding the
That's right. And then I move the negative 4 over.
Okay.
Now, again, here's what I'm trying to tell kids all the time. You get to do the y by yourself, but you got to make some conclusions now. That's what you're lacking. All right, you need to learn, look, I don't know where that 8 came from, but there's 2 4s. So probably the only way I can make an 8 is if I do what? Add the 2 4s. I promise you, once you learn to do that skill, once you learn to take a chance on yourself, then you'll start building up your confidence. All right, but you have to be able to take a chance. And take a chance and be wrong. It's okay. All right, but there's only one way I can make 8 with those 2 4s, if I add them together. All right, that's what I'm trying to encourage some of you to do. All right, it's not about memorizing the process. Look, if you see something you're unfamiliar with, try to figure out first what I did. All right, quickly.
Oh,
No. All right, let's take a look at number 3 now. All All right. Now, what's the problem here? I don't even have the slope. Does everybody agree? So we have to find the slope first. So m equals 7 plus 8 over 3 plus 2, 15 over 5, 3. Now, if you forgot, m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Does it matter what order? No, I just want to try to make it positive. Connor Goss, you okay?
Yeah, I understand that.
Okay, so now I have the slope. Now I have a slope and a what? And a point. I have a slope and a point. So I'm going to use the point slope form. Everybody with me? Right, I have a slope and a point. Now, why did I circle the positives? Because it's just easier to use. So here we go. Again, y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Y minus 7 equals 3 times x minus 3. Everybody happy with that? Hey, is she good over there?
Yeah.
Anybody else who's struggling? Good.
It doesn't matter. Like,
Nope, it doesn't matter. Why did I choose the positives? It's easier. I don't like dealing with negatives. All right? And it doesn't look like it'd be the same answer, but guess what? It is. Do you hear me? All right, so here we go. Now we need to distribute. Y minus 7, 3x minus 9, y equals 3x what? Question. Because I did what? Added 7.
Oh, okay.
You added 7. Right? And look, for those of you guys, I'm not trying to be a pain, but I just want you to be better. So it's plus set. If that's necessary, don't be afraid to do that. Does everybody hear me? Don't be afraid to throw that little extra step in, especially if you're taking a test and you want to make an A. Right? And you're prone to making careless mistakes. All right? What?
So
Bless you.
when we went all the way to the top, we found the 0.3. Where did we put that?
You mean the slope?
Yeah, sorry.
The slope is 3, right?
Where did
Slope goes in for m.
okay.
Slope goes in for m. All right? Here we go. 8 is a special case. Slope is 0. So it would be what? What's the equation? Y equals 2. What is the y value? 2. That's how you do that. That's easy. Now, for now, I want to say this. Listen, this is like question 4b. M is undefined. Passing through that point. What will be the equation? Remember, if its slope is 0, it's y.
-9.
If it's undefined, it's a vertical, right? So vertical is x equals what? -9. Very good. X equals -9. All right? Everybody okay with that? Right?
I swear to God.
No. Okay, so horizontal is this way.
Yeah.
Vertical is this way. Vertical lines have slopes that are undefined.
Yeah.
So it's always x equals.
Oh, okay.
Just like horizontal is always y equals. Verticals go through the x-axis, horizontals go through the y-axis. All right. Now, this is where it starts getting easy. I feel better about me just going through. All right, I'm not going to do the odds. I'm just going to go straight through. All right. So now I got point slopes. Everybody hear me? Point slope. So again, this one's really simple because it's a one-step problem. All right. So my answer is, again, just for now, y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Y minus 9 equals -8 times x minus 3. That's it. We are done. Because it says point slope.
Oh,
All right. Now, Reagan,
Why didn't you
hold on a minute. Give me the answer to number 6. You can do it, girl.
It would be y
Good.
plus 2
Awesome.
equals -4/5
Good.
times
Now, you have no questions. That's perfect. Believe in yourself. I'm not sure what your question could possibly be.
Why don't we like solve it like we could like solve it all?
Okay, so now, Reagan, honestly, listen to me. Don't be mad at me. You're just not reading the directions. The directions say write it in what, girl? Now, up here, it says write it in what? And pretty soon, it's going to say write it in standard. There's 3 forms. Right? It's annoying. It's so annoying. But those are the 3 forms you're going to run into on all standardized tests. You have to know all 3 forms. It's not difficult. I mean, I don't want to say it's the easiest thing in the world. Well, you just have to know the forms. Or I just have to know the forms. That's why I say those are easy. Now, when you get to higher level math, you don't have options. If somebody says write the equation line, they don't say write the equation line in point slope form. They just say write the equation line, and you write it the quickest way you can. So you recognize right there it is point slope form. Okay? So now what's problem? Oh, number 8. Let's everybody go to number 8.
We left it in the fraction.
Because fractions are okay. Thank you. Very true. It's not standard form. Standard form is the only one that says no fractions. Okay? Good, good, good. Good questions. All right, just jumping to number 8 because it's easy, because I did one earlier because I forgot I put one on here. If m is undefined, what's the equation for number 8? X equals -3. Beautiful. Thank you for listening. X equals -3. Simple, right?
Oh, yeah,
Because we know that fact. As long as it's undefined slope, it's x equals. X equals whatever the x value is. That's it. That's the best I can do. Quick.
So for 7, you have to do.
Yeah,
the
7, we
default
have to find the slope
one.
first.
So x, y minus.
Right. We have to find the slope
the
on
y
number
minus
7.
y2.
So here we go. M equals, I'm just going to write it up here, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So 8 plus 2 over 4 minus 6, 10 over -2, -5. Yes, sir. Good.
So undefined, I'm just doing this is the x plus
Yes.
a, and then 0 is the y.
Yes. Exactly. You have to know that. All right. And because I'm going to show you why, I'm going to slide over. I'm going to teach you why that's true, though. Okay. So it's easier to understand. Okay. So in this case, we're still doing point slope, right?
Mm-hmm.
So one answer, you have a choice. One answer could be so you could have either one of those. Now, I used to get frustrated because they don't look the same. Does everybody agree with me?
Yeah.
Doesn't look the same, but guess what? It is the same. If you were to distribute and do the adding or subtracting the constant, it would be the same exact equation. Is everybody hearing me?
Yeah.
That's not hard now. All right, is everybody happy with that? All right. Now, I want to quickly go back to number 8 just because I don't feel like, I think some of you guys are memorizing. That's not what I'm trying to do for you. Look, here's a point, -3, 9. So I'm going to plot that point, -3, 9. Right? Undefined is vertical, right? So if I draw the vertical line through there, what x coordinate does it go through? It has to be x equals -3. Every one of these points on here, the x coordinate is what? -3. If I draw the horizontal line, then if I draw the horizontal line through that point, what is the y value always? The y value is always 9. That's why, I mean, it just makes sense. So even if you don't remember, you can just plot the point and say, hey, if it's undefined, it's got a vert, so draw the vertical line or draw the horizontal line. Quick.
What's the difference between undefined and
Skiing, remember, on a mountain? Skiing on a horizontal line. So they had to define it. They had to start. There's numbers here, right? So one of them had to start at 0. And then they realized the more you go, and all of a sudden it becomes vertical. That means that the change in the x-axis is 0.
Okay.
You're only going what? Up. So a number over 0 is undefined.
Okay.
That's what they did. All right, so here we go. Now, the form everybody hates, standard form. All right, so here we go, standard form. Right now I have a slope and a point, so we should put it in the what first? Point slope form. Right, so we're going to do that. So y plus 2 equals 3 times x plus 1. Is everybody happy with that? Now we just used the formula. Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. We did the same thing on problem 9 as
this is the point of slope.
right, because we have a slope and we have a point, so put it in point slope form first.
Okay.
Then convert it from there into the right form. So in this case, the form is I need ax plus by equals c. That's what we're shooting for. So now I distribute the 3. Y plus 2 equals 3x plus 3. Is everybody happy with that?
Yeah.
Now I want the x to be positive, so let's practice. I'm dragging the y from the left side to the, and making it, and then the 3 I'm moving from the right side to the, and making it what? And making it negative. So now your equation, 3x minus y equals negative 1.
Okay.
I don't think it's that hard. Quick, come on,
What do you
Maxine.
do with the negative 3 plus 2?
What is negative 3 plus 2, Maxine? There you
But
go.
like, how did you get it over there?
I moved it. If it was 3 on the right, it's negative 3 on the left.
Wait, but it's like the negative one's
When I distributed, Maxine, it was y plus 2 equals 3x plus 3.
No, I'm talking about like the end when 3x minus 1 equals negative 1. Why is the negative 1 on the right, but the 2 plus 2 is on the left?
Well, because it has to be in this right format right here. That's what it's supposed to be.
But
It has to be, listen to me now. The x and y have to be on the left. You with me? It's like when I do this sometimes. 3 equals x. Instead of writing 3 equals x, I always write what?
x equals 3.
Yes.
Oh.
Right? Okay. Quick, come on.
So standard form is ax plus by equals c.
Brilliant. Go.
So how'd you get the negative 3? I don't like see how you got.
There is no.
Yeah, it's negative.
I moved the 3 from here. Do you see what I circled? Over here.
Wait, but how'd you get the 3 from over there? It's
I
one
subtracted 3. When I move it from the right to the left, it becomes negative.
I know, but like there's it's when it says y plus 2 equals 3, and like times x plus 1. There's not 2 3. There's just.
I distributed here, buddy. 3 times.
Oh yeah, sorry.
All right. Number 10. Here we go. Everybody should put it in point slope first. Putting it in point slope. Y plus 3 equals negative 3/7 times x minus 2. Is everybody hearing me? Right? Okay. Now, standard form, right? No fractions. Get rid of the 7. So I do what? Multiply by 7. 7y plus 21 equals negative 3x plus 6. Take a deep breath. Make sure you see what I'm seeing and doing what I'm doing. What?
How did you get negative 3x?
Oh.
I distributed a negative 3. The negative 3 times x, the negative 3 times negative 2.
Oh, it cancels.
The 7 I multiplied on the right side.
Okay.
So what I did was I multiplied this by 7 and this by 7. Okay, Maxine, quick.
Why would you multiply them both by 7?
What?
Why would you multiply y here?
Because I want to get rid of the fraction, Maxine.
Well, why would you just like do that?
So if I say 7 and I want to multiply 2 times 3 by 7, do I multiply them both by 7 or one of them by 7?
Both of them, but
No, wrong. That's your mistake. You don't multiply both of them by 7. You multiply one of them by 7.
wait,
I want, what's 2 times 3, Maxine?
6,
6 times 7.
42.
If I multiply 7 times 2 and 7 times 3 and then multiply that together, is that 42? No.
But like those had parentheses. Obviously. So would that still be?
Because this is through addition. The one on the right is through multiplication. This is two things multiplied together. I want to multiply by 7. The 7 and the divided by 7 cancel out. Okay. All right. Now, 3x plus 7y equals negative 15. Everybody good? Connor? All right, here we go. 12. What's that equation? What about 12? I don't care about 11. I said 12. What is 12? Y equals 1. I'm trying to make a point here, guys. Y equals 1. Does everybody see that? Slope is 0. Has to be y equals. What's the y value? 1. That's the answer. All right? Easy, easy. Now, 11, we have a problem because we don't have the slope. So we find the slope. So here we go. M equals excuse me, thank you. All right, does everybody see how it's negative 3, right? Now again, you're supposed to make mistakes here. All right, so now we're going to try to visualize. I did negative 2 minus negative 5. Negative 2 minus negative 5 became negative 2.
But I did the other way.
So if you do the other way, it's going to be negative 5 plus 2 over 4 minus 3.
Yeah, that's what I did, and then I didn't get negative.
Which is negative 3 over 1.
Oh,
All right, so now it doesn't matter what point, all right, we're going to pick one. I'm going to go with the first one. All right, so it would be y plus 2 equals negative 3 times x minus 3. Anybody have any issues? Hold on 1 second. Let's finish it up. So y plus 2 equals negative 3x plus 9. 3x plus y equals 7. All right, now look, guys, do as much as you can tonight. And again, it should be getting a little better for you. We have a lot to do tomorrow, so a lot. All right, and I'm going to start on question number 12 with my other class. So go through and listen to what I told them if you're having trouble or if you're struggling a little bit.